Only may the poisons all my words to whisper me
We're actually back alongside the river. We covered this section yesterday, looking down to the river there. So right to the left of this is where the Bennett wheel was. So that looks like it's actually the Decathlon building itself. Seagulls. What a refreshing sound. Well, not the Decathlon building actually. Office outlet. So we're right alongside where the old water wheel would have been, which is to the left of the river. So yeah, there would have been a sluice on the left of the river, and then that would have fed a dam on the left, which appears to have been here. Office world, or office outlet. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this was the site of the Bennett wheel, just down from the Manpower Services Commission. What's the name of this particular road? I don't know, but it's where Office Outlet is. Another mill down. So that wraps up the Bennett wheel, what's left of it. Next one down is the Sylvester wheel, which according to the live map is just past Decathlon. It's not very bright this morning, so I hope this footage comes out. I like to come down into town as early as possible. I can then wander around more freely. And it is a Sunday morning actually, so I don't know if it's any quieter than usual. There's less traffic, I think. Is that St Mary's Church? Right, let me just check my live map. Let's see where we are. Where the red dot is on there is the site of the Sylvester wheel. So I think if we go down here, might cut off that corner. This is Mary Street, it's called. Yeah, we're quite close to it. The River Porter is to the left. We walked over that way yesterday, if you remember. Porter's down there. Actually, I think, you know the car park we walked through yesterday? I think that was actually where the Sylvester wheel was. Or maybe just before. According to the map, I'm now right next to it. So the Sylvester wheel is showing up as being there, just to the left of the car park. Nothing to be seen, of course. Another forgotten water wheel site located, and it's now, well, it's a block of flats. Yeah, the map's pretty much showing it as being here. Now this is interesting, this car park, because it looks very likely that this could have been the actual dam. Simply because of the way that it's situated here. So yeah, that wheel is pretty much where this building is. Up Sheffield, it seems to be called. Up Sheffield. Apartments to rent. Nice riverside location on the site of an old water wheel. Ghosts guaranteed. Well, the next one down is called Cinderhill Wheel, which looks as if it's right on the A61. So we'll need to work our way over to find that. Then, if I've time this morning, we'll have another look at that pocket park off Matilda Street and track down the final section of the Porter just outside the railway station. At least that's the plan. A tranquil Sunday morning. What a colourful location. Pull up some chairs. We'll have a traditional breakfast, please. Oh, it's not a cafe. According to my live map, the mill that we're looking for is up here just on the main road. And it's looking like it's roughly where that big green tower block is now. Yeah, just the road has a junction here and it's supposed to be around here. Let's see what there is to be seen. Although if it is that big tower block, we're not going to see much. We are to the right of the river. Do we need to go through this underpass? I think we do. I've just completely lost my sense of direction now. We seem to be going the wrong way. Which way do we need to go? Let me just check I'm actually looking for the right one. Apparently I was going the wrong way. It's not very easy holding a camera in one hand and a smartphone in the other, trying to use live maps. So, we're on the right road now, so... Okay, we go past Decathlon. But which way? Still trying to find this old mill site. We're going round in circles here. Google Maps kept losing the signal in the underpass. So we're next to a building that says platform with Decathlon over behind me to my left. We're carrying on down the ring road. So yeah, it does seem like that site is down here. The river is over to my left, behind those buildings. So I'm doing a bit more deviation than I thought. Sometimes these old mill sites aren't always right next to the river. They were fed by headgoits, sometimes quite long, so they could actually be, some distance from the river. in some cases. We're back on Mary Street and I'm going straight over here. So just down here, where the road forks off to the left, isn't that the way to the train station? I think it is, actually. I haven't driven down here for ages. But I think we're about 100 yards now from the mill site I'm looking for, which was called Cinder Hill. And it was just down here where the road goes off to the left, so we'll follow the road. And we're almost back on the surface section of the River Porter as well. As I said on the Riverlyn Valley and Porter Valley Trail series, you can never get lost when there's a river nearby. Just either follow it upstream or downstream, whichever is appropriate. On St Mary's Road, just going past Morrison's Daily, and we're bending round. Oh, it's Shore. Is that Shoreham Street? Yeah, so we're practically on top of where the last wheel was, which was the other side of Shoreham Street, pretty much just on this corner. So around there, you'd have been looking at Cinder Hill Mill. Triple Point Brewing Company, brewery and bar. It's Saturday morning, tempting, but it's closed. So, looking back at what was Cinder Hill Mill, right, we need to turn left just down here, and then we can pick up the river again and track it on its final section down to, is it called Chief Square in front of the train station? I used to DJ at the Lead Mill, the world famous Lead Mill nightclub, which is around here somewhere. I used to drive down here to go to work. I think road layout's changed a little bit. But anyway, I'm now on Matilda Street, so we'll find the pocket park and then follow the river. So we're walking past Matilda Street Pocket Park. This is as far as we got yesterday. Then we're coming out after this and crossing a road pretty much to the main, at the main point of this trip into town, the final section of the Porter Brook before it disappears under the train station, and it's heading in that direction there. So I think we're near Lead Mill Road. Well, there's the Rutland Arms. Now the Porter doesn't appear again until it gets closer to the railway station. I'm trying to think what the best way to go is. Now we'll carry straight on. Shall we go down here? Maybe it's slightly easier this way. Not that I know where this goes, but it does appear on the live maps which is always encouraging.
I want to
Doesn't seem to go anywhere. Okay. Well, it does go somewhere. There is a way through. We're on Shoreham Street. There's BBC Radio Sheffield. Good morning. So we're about 100 yards now, I think, from the final sighting of the porter. I think. Another landmark building, that's the Red Tape Studios. It's been in Sheffield for years, that has, and I think we're right next to the Showroom Cinema. So we're now all the way in town. Right, so do we need to cross the road here? Yeah. Oh, it's all changed down here a lot. There's the lead mill, now without its famous sign, of course, because it's been bought by the Electric Group, and they're rebranding it completely. In fact, we'll walk past that on the way back. This is why it's so good to come here early in the morning, because there's not endless queues of traffic. So here we are, we're on Suffolk Road, and here is the porter, a very overgrown porter, and this is where it makes its final appearance before going under platform 5. And that really is where our journey ends, but we'll see if we can see it at the other end. Showroom Cinema was Mortimer. It isn't, it's on that corner over there. There, that's Leadmill Road. What an amazing building. What is that? With the little towers on the top. So we're next to the Spa. Order at Amazon, pick up here. Oh, we can't get down there. I thought that might be a way down. Oh, but no, it's a fire exit. How can you get down there? I think we're going to have to go round. Hello, River Porter. And farewell, River Porter, very shortly. All this open space just in front of the station. Last time I was here, I don't remember what was here. I don't think it was all wasteland like this. Were there some buildings here before? Was this used as a... Maybe this was used as a station car park at one time. I don't remember it being like this. So the heart of Sheffield. Yeah, perhaps this did used to be the station car park area. Definitely so. Actually, there was a big building here called Dyson House that was part of what used to be Sheffield City Polytechnic that I used to be a student in. And there was a British Rail building as well, Sheaf House. Actually, so those buildings might have been here. All long gone. So we're just in front of Midland Station on a rather cloudy and dull Sunday morning. And we'll just take a look at where the River Porter goes underground on its exclusive journey to platform 5. Here we are. So this is the end of the trail. Oh, it's looking very messy down here. The end of the trail. The Porter River, just before, literally less than 100 yards from this point behind me, it merges with the river Sheaf and flows into what is known as the Megatron, a huge culvert system under Sheffield. And here, at Sheffield Midland Railway Station, is where our river journey ends.